Now we're going to fly across the country. We're going to go 3,000 miles. Going to LA.
I'm so impressed that you know that number, dog. That's crazy.
Like, 3,000, yeah, man. Listen, you fly over 2 time zones or something like that. It's like going to Europe. It's like
100% it is for sure.
It's like going to Europe, bro.
Your clock is all messed up. If you go from the East Coast to the West Coast, your clock all messed up, dog. You knocked out at 8 p.m. like this.
Listen, I was at World Championship. Nationals in Oregon one year, but I still was running like a track and field class like that I had. And man, listen, the time zones just kept effing me up because I kept doing my class a little later than I should, and then doing it a little earlier than I should. Then I was messed up. It was crazy, but yeah, we going to LA, man. We going to LA.
LA, here we come, baby. We'll see y'all next year. But until next year, we're gonna talk about what happened this year. Your boy Rai Benjamin has said, "Hey, Santos, hold up real quick."
He had the world lead.
You ain't the top dog right now. He has established himself. He has the world lead. He ran 46.64, right?
46. Anything in the hurdles is fast, bro. It could have been 46.99. It could have been 46.99. It don't matter if it was 46.64. 46 anything is handling your business.
Facts.
You know what I mean? He went out there. He dominated. Coming on down off the 300, the last 100. He was basically by himself. You could tell he was just testing his legs to kind of see where he was at. You know what I mean? And he dropped that 46.6, and he was really happy with it. You know
I'm gonna call this. Listen, Rai does this thing like LeBron used to do. LeBron used to wear the little sweatband, the headband. He used to play with the headband on, and then he took the headband on. And what they call him? What they call LeBron without the headband? No band. Hoodie LeBron. No band. LeBron. Whatever. My point is that's the same thing as Rai. Rai is starting to run without that headband on. Rai is starting to drop some times. Rai's coming into his own. So I like Rai without the headband. I want to see him come out even more.
Man, Rai ain't just dropping his headband. He's dropping his bib number. He told T when she was interviewing him, he's like, man, I ain't wearing that, man. That's a waste of money. He's like, I don't know why they keep spending this money. Man, this Nike uniform look fresh. He out there plugging for his company, boy.
Hey, the whole suit, man. I don't want no interruptions at all. You hear me?
He's like, you gonna see this whole thing. I'm not putting that paper on.
He like this. Hey, you see all this? Yeah, quality, dog. Just like my race, quality.
Hey, but I can tell you who watching though. Warholm. He ain't sitting on twiddling his fingers. He not.
This is facts.
He watched the Santos and he watched Rai. And in his head, it's interesting to see when he steps out. You know what I mean? But for right now, King Ben is the man. King Ben is the man.
King Ben is the man. Shouts out to King Ben. Definitely, man. Great race, man. Keep doing it, man. Seize the moment when it comes, for sure.
We have Sydney McLaughlin Lerone dropping dimes out here. Nobody knew she was going to do that. But everybody knows, if you know Bobby Kersey, once you show up at the track, he ain't showing up with no half-ass work.
The funny thing is like the announcers, Otto and Sanya said, they remember when Bobby said, we're coming for the world record in the 400-meter flat. Now, all of a sudden, she dropping these 22 O's in the 200 meters and beating a really solid field of 200-meter runners. And he said, look, we're going back to the 400 hurdles. So we're going to see y'all at the Olympics in the 400 hurdles. So the sky's the limit for her, man. I mean, you running 22-0 against a very solid field, and you have one of the fastest times in the world right now, and you want to go back into a race that you have previously dominated, which you're going to probably most likely smash a world record again at some point in time, or she can drop down to the 400. Hell, at the time she just ran the 200, I'll put a little money on her too to go out there and win some races. She got the mental toughness to get it done.
You're right.
Did you see her post-race interview? She gave that same energy that you spoke about when you talked to her in person. You was like, why are you not happy? You should be so happy. She was like, she came up with that Kobe Bryant stuff. She was like, "Job's not done."
Yeah.
She was okay with the fact that she ran 22:0 with a PR. She actually said, "I wanted to run faster." So that means that times at practice have dictated and shown that she should be in sub 22 shape.
Yep. And if she's in sub 22 shape, God knows what type of shape she in for these 400 meters.
Rodney, do you understand what I'm saying right now? Sub 22 shape. That means that she's rocking with the likes of the late great Toei Bowie, Shanae, Sharika, Elaine, Shakari's, the shippers, Gabby's. You could put her in a lineup, a star-studded lineup with these other females who are specialized in a 200, and she still may get the job done.
Man, listen, that girl is a beast. I'm pretty sure when she said, "I'm declaring for the 400-meter hurdles," some of those girls might have wiped the sweat off their brow like, "Whoa, child, shoot, you doing too much. You doing too much."
Facts. Yeah. If I was in a situation, I definitely would have been like, hold on now. Okay. So another contender did not enter the ring. Okay, got it.
Yeah, but another race that happened in down there in LA is Michael Norman opened up his 400. You know what I mean? I think, no, this is the second 400, I think. But he ran a commanding 44.5. But out of the, not to take his win away, I enjoyed USATF mic'd up Vernon Norwood. Did you watch it?
Of course I watched it, bro.
Listen, go and watch USATF. Vernon Norwood in the warm-up barrier, man. That man said, if I had hair, I'd dye purple.
He said, if I had hair, you know my color my hair would be? Purple.
He told, I don't know which athlete he told. He's like, hey, man, see you at 300.
He told that to Karate. He said, Karate, see you at 300, dog. Standing by the porta potty.
I think this is great because you get to see, like, the athlete's character. I feel like we're in a sport to where sometimes we get looked at like we're boring athletes or nobody, or even you. People look at you now on the pod and they're like, man, I didn't even know you was like that. I thought you was just some uptight, you know what I mean? Because it's for the track and field. They don't understand that we have our own fun personalities outside of track and field. If you talk to some of these athletes outside of track and field, you will find out a lot of us are funny. A lot of us are talented in other realms. They sing, they make clothes, they do other things, man. Just as well as we run track, we have other talents, man. So I like that they was able to showcase that, man. They should do some more of that.
Definitely, man. Vernon, man, you a fool, boy. You welcome on the show anytime, man. The last time we actually did an episode with Matthew Hudson Smith, Matthew said in reference said the 400 finds you. You don't find the 400. I got a message from Vernon that said, nah, that's not the case. I found the 400 because I want that smoke. So that lets you know exactly what kind of person Vernon is. Like, he is a competitor, a true competitor. If you watch the race, he was sneaking from the outside. He almost won the race. So he is building his season up very well. And on top of that, if you go back and see those snippets from USA Track and Field and from Vernon's page, it shows that he a straight fool, man, in the warm-up area, man. He said, who was it? Shamir Little said, good luck to you. He said, I don't need no luck. I need God. So, hey, shouts out to him, man. Shouts out to him for sure. I'm happy with Michael. Back on Michael Norman, man, I want to say that establish who you are as an athlete. And he's a dominant type of athlete. Go out there, win a couple of 400-meter championships, put under your belt, then drop down to the 100, man. You know what I mean? 100 ain't going nowhere, bro. Let yourself become seasoned. Let yourself become a champion. Understand how to be poised in those bigger stadiums and those bigger moments and be able to take that pressure away from you. So when you do drop down, the 100 meters is all going to be for fun. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that he's finding his groove again in the 400. Go out there, keep doing your thing and let that time drop. Go out there to Olympic championships, Olympic trials, and then go to Olympic championships and handle business again, man.
Yeah. I definitely, I second that, man. But that's good. I'm glad to see he's back, focusing on his craft and what he's doing. Kyrie King, man, he handled the 100. down there in LA, man. He did a really good job. He had a space in between him and Taboho, and because somebody false started it, I can't remember who false started, but he definitely ran and won against a really solid field. You know what I mean? And it's good to see Kyrie, as happy as he is. I know he had that whole thing where he posted his check earlier, but he getting his checks back now. You know what I mean? He made some money down there in the Bahamas. He'll make some money now here in LA. So, and then he gonna probably clip off some of his bonuses. So I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy to see him out there doing his thing.
Yeah, I mean, definitely shouts out to Kyrie King. This is his sign, man. He put the crown on, man. I mean, that's such a cool name to have, man. You got the little gesture, you got the little thing going, man. Shouts out to Kyrie, man. One thing you got to understand, I want the world to understand about Kyrie. Kyrie is a hard worker. He trains very hard, and he's going to give you 100% of effort when he comes out and runs. So that effort you saw, it also aligned. He's an LA kid. He's from California, and in watching his post interview, his grandfather just died. So rest in peace for his grandfather and condolences as well. But that race meant something to him, So to go out there and run that race, give it all he had, 110% across that line to win that race in his home, basically in his hometown, shouts out to him, man. Keep the ball rolling. You see what that win felt like. So go out there and obtain another win from that, man. So shouts out to him. He did a great job from all the other races from Doha on. He's actually climbing the ladder. When you actually see an athlete who's starting to get it, he goes from getting fourths and fifths now to getting seconds and thirds. And he's really, really working hard to be able to obtain that top of that mountain or top of that podium. So do your thing, man.
Yeah, man. In the women's 100, it was definitely close. It was close between Mordecai Kinnison and Melissa Jefferson, man. But Melissa Jefferson, she been getting does all season, man. I can't. Has she been beaten this season? I don't. She's been beaten once.
She's been beaten once.
Once by Tamari Davis.
She's been beaten once, yes.
She's been beaten once. But, man, her top end's crazy, man. Her last 30 meters look amazing also. Shoot, just so people know, Kyrie King and Melissa Jefferson are from the same camp. So they both are Star Athletics athletes, Dennis Mitchell athletes. Yep. So we just put that out there. Shout out to D. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing down there in Mount Verde Academy.
So, I mean, first I want to say happy birthday to Mordecai. The day before the race was her birthday. So I want to say happy birthday to her and hope you had a great birthday going forward. And I know you wanted that win for your birthday. So many, many more in the future as well for you. So Melissa, man, the transition and the evolution of Melissa, I've been enjoying it, dog. I mean, watching Melissa come from college, getting that championship at nationals, and now going over to a coach that we both know that kind of really leans on the fact of the mindset, making you aggressive for competition, turning that fire on inside you. That's a Dennis Mitchell. And watching her compete, he's ignited her fire. She actually has talked about it in other interviews where she talks about how comfortable she is and how happy she is being in a camp that she's able to go out there and iron sharpens iron. So watch out for Melissa. She has a lot more left in the tank. I think she's going to show people what it feels like to be an old school competitor again, because Dennis, he's an old school competitor. He wants you to go out there and punch people in the mouth. So when you come to the line, that's why you see we all be looking like this, mean mugging, angry, because he tells us before we get on that line, punch them fools in the mouth. So that's what Melissa's looking like. She about to come punch some fools in the mouth.